Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Touchy Topics with Jordy. Today's topic, I want to talk about choices. I want to talk about choices because it seems that a lot of persons don't realize that they have them. Yeah. What is interesting to me is when male or female constantly have all these complaints about their mate, but then you stay as if you don't have the choice to leave or the choice to be happy. Like, I don't understand why you're using the time, energy, and effort to make all these complaints. You're complaining. Like, these are hard complaints. Like, oh, I can't stand him, and him get on my nerve, and him emotionally abuse me, and him threaten me, and he treat me like dog shit, or she treat me like dog shit. She don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do this, she don't do that. Rape. Sorry, I'm obsessed with my curls. But she don't do this, or he don't do this, or him don't do that, and you stay. As I mentioned in the last video, if you have a boss that talks to you any type of way, 9 times out of 10 persons are going to quit their job without thinking a second thought, without thinking about the fact that they have bills, without thinking about the fact that that's not a wise choice unless you have a backup plan, but will sit down and take abuse. Why? Just to be cushy and take photographs for the gram, or to make it look like you're happy? Like, yo, there is no problem being alone, guys. It's actually very peaceful. I don't understand why people want to put themselves through stress, agony, and pain, all to just say, I have a man. This is my man. This is my woman. For what? I don't think people realize that they have a choice. Happiness is a choice. It's okay to choose that. It's okay to not choose misery. Like, it's completely okay. Like, no one's going to penalize you for choosing to be happy, guys. Like, there's no problem with being happy. And I think a lot of persons are so caught up with, oh, but you know, their family loves me, or my family loves them, or I don't want to disappoint anyone. How about not disappointing yourself? How about choosing what's best for you? Why are we so caught up with what other people are thinking outside that are not living in your household? You know, in the past year, I've made some choices that pissed a lot of people off. I've gotten called names. I've been called a bitch. I've been called a whore. I've been called a user. I've been called every name in the damn book. But they're not living in my shoes. People will only see what is publicized. Once you and your mate step outside of the door, the people that are around you are only seeing what you broadcast. They're not seeing what's going on behind closed doors. So if you know what's going on behind closed doors, and you know that, okay, when you step outside of your home, it's displayed that it's rainbow sunshines and puppy dogs and bubblegum, but in the household, it's always a fucking tornado and a storm, you have the choice to walk away. Married or not, sanity is a choice. Well, I'm speaking in the sense that you don't have a mental issue. So I'm not downplaying anybody with mental issues, like, at all. But happiness is a choice. You can choose to wake up and walk away with your happiness, dignity, and freedom, or you can choose to stay and live in misery. I don't understand why people choose to stay and live in misery. Like, what is the comfort in the misery? I'm not understanding. Is it because you have somebody that's paying half the rent? Is that the reason to stay? Or is it because you just need to have a reason to say you have a man? Or, like, you know, I feel like relationships are way too romanticized, in the sense that it's made to believe that everybody needs to have one, rather than talking about the fact that everyone needs to seek happiness and peace within themselves. We have way too many damaged persons. This would be a topic for a whole nother time, but we have way too many damaged persons having children, way too many damaged persons in relationships, damaging each other further, and not seeking mental peace and sanity. Why? I challenge you to ask yourself why. If every day you wake up with a heavy heart and a sad mind and your spirit is gone, you have no feelings to do anything, number one, obviously that could be sign of depression. If that is the case, get the proper help and sort out those feelings. But if you know that it's not coming from a place of you having some mental disorder, you have the choice to leave. You know, they make suitcases for a reason. You don't even need no suitcase. You just use some like a box. You can pack all of your stuff in a rubbish bin for all I care. But you have the choice to go. Like, nobody is forcing you to be in a relationship. And I feel that a lot of people stay in these tormentous... I don't even know if tormentous is a word. I hope that's a word. Tormentous sound like it fit. Torturous. I don't know. Anyway, if you are in a relationship that is you feel tormented in, I'll say that, you don't have to stay. Like, I don't know why people, it's like almost people think it's a written rule, like you're going to get arrested or jailed for not staying in your relationship. And I'm not saying those persons who have relationships where you have fixable issues, you both love each other, you're both on the same page, you both want the same things, but you might have a little tiff and you just need to sort out those wrinkles, but everything else is fine. I'm not talking about those situations, because then you don't just get up and run away. Obviously you do want to try and make things work, yeah? But I'm talking about those people who, me can't stand him, me can't stand her, him is a dirty stinking dog, him don't stop cheating, don't stop doing this. Yo, if you have more complaints about a person than good things to say, should you really stay? Yo, that was poetic as shit. But I'm saying, like, you have a choice to go. Nobody is forcing you to be unhappy. Nobody's forcing you to stay. Nobody is forcing you to stay, you know, with somebody who you're not meant to be with. You know, I wholeheartedly believe that the universe speaks to you in many different ways. The universe speaks to you in many ways. It could be, you know, you're supposed to be somewhere at 10, but for some reason you just can't find your damn keys, and you can't find you can't remember where you did park. Oh my god, your car ran out of gas. I've had that happen to me, where I'm supposed to be somewhere and the car just won't start. Everything's just going wrong. It seemed like everything's going wrong. And kid you not, when I finally was able to get to where I was going, on the way there, 4-car pileup. The universe speaks to you. It really is up to you to listen. So all of these signs you get, oh, the person talking to you like this, or them cheat on you, or them treat you like a dog, or whatever, those are all signs of the universe. Just because you're there with a person don't mean that they're the person for you. Just because you're right for a person does not make them the right person for you. You have to realize that. Nobody is forcing you to be in a relationship. Nobody's forcing you to be unhappy, guys. I really, really wish more people would practice self-love. Staying by themselves, learning themselves. I think too often we don't learn ourselves. We take all this time to get to know someone else, that when the relationship is progressing, you lose yourself by learning that person. You're learning somebody else, but who are you? And then by the time you realize who you are, you're in an unhappy place, a place of turmoil, a place of torment. It's time that we take care of ourselves, men and women, because I'm not gonna bash men. Women do some dumb shit, men do some dumb shit. We both do dumb shit sometimes. But what I'm saying is, there is no written rule that you have to be in a relationship. There is no written rule that you deserve to be cheated on. There's no written rule that you should be with a person who doesn't want to be with you. There's no written rule that you should allow somebody to talk to you any type of way. There's no written rules for that. Choose happiness, people. It's really, really all that there is. Choose happiness. It's okay. You know, choose happiness over anything else. Because at the end of the day, when the man is gone or the woman is gone, all you have left is yourself. Unhappy situations are a choice, just like being happy is a choice. It's okay if you disagree with me. These are just my notions. But I feel like happiness is a choice. being in a relationship is a choice. Just because there are men or women out there doesn't mean that you need to be in a relationship, especially if it's not a healthy one. You know, I'm not bashing love. Love is beautiful. What I'm saying is, you don't have to choose being in turmoil just to say you have someone. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Choose yourself, learn yourself, and love yourself. This has been another episode of Touchy Topics. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about my thoughts, and let's have a healthy discussion about it. Thank you for watching Touchy Topics, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.